jumping vehicles. They want leading class suspension and travel capabilities. This thing gets up to 14.5 inches of full travel capability, which means it's got leading industry travel capacity. And you can literally go do the same things the trophy truck is doing it at the speeds that you want to go do it.
But in comfort.
In comfort, yeah. Air conditioning on. That's great.
Hey, welcome back, Two Car Guys, to what is essentially a Two Car Guys special. It is a Two Car Guys intro to our first ever car review.
Absolutely, yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
A lot of car stuff, and we have yet to do a review.
Isn't that crazy? This is our first ever car review.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So the interesting thing is, I'm actually wearing the shirt. I've always been a Fox person. I've done Fox suspension and Fox stuff for dirt bikes for a long time. Right?
They make a lot of cool stuff, man. Really cool company.
They do.
Absolutely.
And what I never think about is Fox Factory does vehicle suspension. And they've been doing vehicle suspension in conjunction with a lot of the manufacturers for quite a while now.
So they're an OEM supplier, which is amazing.
They are.
And from a manufacturing point of view, to get to that point is not easy. So good job for them. That's excellent. I mean, that's really excellent.
While I was up at Petit Le Mans, I actually got to meet Cameron Kennedy, who was one of the representatives from Fox Factory. And Cameron Kennedy, Cameron Kennedy gave us a exclusive full review, full tour of the new Chevy Silverado Fox Factory racing truck. And John, I'll tell you, this truck, you're always talking about the Ram TRX. I'm always talking about the Raptor R.
Are we getting into Chevys now? Or we got the shirt on. You got the shirt on. What are we doing?
I'll tell you what, man. I really like this truck, and you guys are about to see why.
Check it out, boys. It's going to be awesome. Hit them with it, Adam.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here we are, Two Car Guys with
Cameron Kennedy.
So Cameron is actually one of the representatives here at Fox. Fox has a really, really interesting car, or truck, if you will, that I was actually doing some research on. You've seen it on the channel, but we haven't been able to see it in person. So, Cameron, take us through the truck. I mean, this thing is absolutely incredible, and it's going up in competition with some of the other trucks that are in the same category that are more of the Baja style, right?
Baja rally style. It'll take them all off-road with the snot out.
And we got the horsepower to match, right? So everything in that category is right about 700. You said this is 700 with a Whipple supercharger, right?
Whipple 3.0 supercharger.
Okay, and it's on a 5.2 V8? 6.2 V8. All right. So take us through the truck. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So big things that are notable. One, the stance of the vehicle. So it's a wide body vehicle. It's got carbon fiber front panels, rear panels. They're actually carbon fiber. You can see right here under the hood is also carbon fiber, and you can see the reveal right there. It's also sitting right here on top of the hood as well. As you can see right there in the sunlight, it's beautiful. So what makes it unique? Yes, the carbon fiber makes it unique. The body actually stands 6 inches wider than every other Chevrolet truck on the market. Wow. So it's wide body. We went as far as to replace the rear axle to make it a Dana 60 axle. It changes the gear ratio, makes it much more wide to be able to fit not only the panels, but also a 37-inch tires.
Wow, 37.
18-inch wheels that are bead grip method wheels. We collaborated on them. They're better than bead lockers. You want to get the bead grip, got much more torsion, holds onto the tires while you're deflating, airing up, whatever it is that you may be looking for.
So Cameron, you were talking about suspension in the vehicle, right? So I've driven a couple of the vehicles that are in this class. I've been very vocal about them on our channel, right? But you said that this truck does something very special that those other ones don't do, which is more of a Baja mode, right?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that, because that's special and unique to the category.
It's very unique, very unique. So what's really exciting is that Fox built this for the end consumer to be able to change your shocks on the fly. Meaning, we created a 3.2 live valve shock technology that's 3.2 inches wide. But has a rebound and compression capability. And then also it goes to the touch point inside the cockpit, and you can go from rally mode to on-road mode, a trail mode, and then you can micro adjust it from a neutral balance stance to a sporty stance if you want more stiffness, or comfortable if you want that full rally mode while driving one more comfortable.
So the rally mode would allow the truck to stay stable while the tires are moving up and down aggressively, so you're not getting a lot of that shaking inside the cab.
Exactly.
Right?
You actually have a conversation and not feel like you're getting jarred inside of a box.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and like I said,
Other
the other trucks in this category don't do that. I mean, they're great off road, but they're still a little bouncy.
They are.
Yeah.
Very bouncy.
So, what are the other upgrades that we got on this truck? Let's walk around and
Check out a few things. So one, you're gonna see lights all up in here. You got Nacho Quattro lights on the front, 8 of them, puts off 60,000 lumens with the lights. You can light up the entire neighborhood if you want to, or that deer that's 100 yards out, whatever you want. Pre-runner style bumpers. So we also went as far as to bring out the sensors on all the bumpers, so all the dings and the bells, everything at an electronic level works throughout the vehicle.
Now, I noticed the camera on the nose.
Yes.
Do you have trail cam that allows you to see it while you're off road?
You do. You
Okay.
do. So if you want to flip it on, you can turn it on.
Very cool.
Yeah. A couple of things just to note underneath the engine right here. So Fox has a patent pending bracketing system in here that reinforces the engine.
Wow.
We spent over 3 years R&D and testing this truck. We found out that we were going to shake out the engine, so we had to reinforce the engine inside of it. So that's a bracketing system that holds onto the engine. Another notable feature is the air compressor on board on the left side.
Oh, yeah.
So while you're out in the field, you can just hook up a hose, air down your tires, air up your tires, or air up another car, pull a Ford out of the ditch, whatever it is you need to do.
So that's actually kind of interesting because the other cars in this category, they when you go off road, you're going to air down the tires,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
But you normally have to bring an air compressor with you to
Yeah.
air them back up.
Yeah,
That's a phenomenon.
it's a really cool feature.
Yeah.
Really cool feature. A few of the features, so here's the wheels, 37-inch tires. Again, with the wide body, we also went as far as to make this an OEM plus vehicle. Underneath, you'll see that we also went to the extent of adding in fender well liners that fit the wide body upgrades.
And I can see if you guys look right here, you can see the valve shocks up in the front, mounted up underneath the bumper. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing. You want to take it on the inside?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, I'm so sorry. You'll see a few features in here. One, interior trim is all carbon fiber laced.
Wow.
And then also the steering wheel, we changed that out to have a carbon fiber and Fox Factory stitching inside of it.
So this setup right here looks unique to this car.
It's extremely unique.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So that is a touch point system inside the cockpit. What that does is it allows you to macro and micro adjust it to on-road, trail mode, and then into a desert or rally mode.
So I mean, it's right there at the touch of a button.
It's right there. You just reach over, swap them out, you're going to the races.
But what's crazy about this truck is you have all this capability, you have all this horsepower, all this suspension, and then you've got power running boards.
Power steps.
You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, big screen. You've got a panoramic sunroof.
Yeah.
All the creature comforts that you would need.
Creature comforts. That's exactly right. That's exactly where I was going to go. You know, reality is you put the family inside the back seat, go on a road trip, have a blast, and then go into off-road mode and actually do real things in off-road.
And so we carry the carbon fiber back into the back of the truck too,
All the
huh?
way in the back right there. You can see carbon fiber reveal. So this is, I've had a lot of people ask, hey man, is this paint? What are you guys doing here? No, we actually just taped it off. We put a clear over the top of it. And that's the actual carbon fiber in the back panel.
And then we can see the suspension again back here. So you're saying that you guys partnered with somebody for the lift kit and suspension on this truck that's
Correct.
different than everybody else. Who is that?
We did. So if you look real close at the trailing arms underneath
Right down here.
the truck right there, you'll see Baja Kits right there. Baja Kits is well known in the trophy truck scene. They know how to make things bad out.
Yeah.
Jumping vehicles. They want leading class suspension and travel capabilities. This thing gets up to 14.5 inches of full travel capability.
Wow.
Which means it's got leading industry travel capacity. And you can literally go do the same things the trophy truck is doing it at the speeds that you want to be able to do it.
But in comfort.
In comfort. Yeah.
With
Air
the
conditioning
family.
on. It's great. It's
And
great.
it's got what, heated air conditioned seats, the whole 9 yards. Right?
Yeah. It does.
Unbelievable.
It does.
Then you've got dual Borla, quad Borlas out the back,
Correct.
right?
So Borla cutback exhaust. thing matches the stance. Sounds like roaring lion as soon as you hit the gas.
That's unbelievable. And then we've got some flood puddle lights back here, the cameras in the back of the tailgate and everything. I mean,
we got a dual tire carrier in the rear, and yes, it comes with the vehicle. I had a guy ask me that earlier.
Wow.
That comes with it. It'll show up to your front door just like this. And what's exciting is you can contact Fox, get this ordered, and it directly goes to a Chevy dealership in your neighborhood, and it shows up at your front door.
So this would be something you'd have to reach out to Fox for, coordinate with Chevy, and take delivery at Chevrolet.
Correct.
Very cool. Then they basically give you guys what, the donor truck, and then you guys do it, or you do it all in house and then sell it through Chevrolet.
We've also got a direct relationship with GM, where we're able to get trucks from GM and deliver either through the dealership or through us.
That's pretty awesome. And then Fox has relationships with other manufacturers as well, right? Because you guys do so much more than just Baja trucks. You also do performance cars, performance trucks, right?
We do. It's all OEM plus level trucks and exciting upfitted units. So everywhere from UTVs to Ford F-150s, 250s, 350s, Chevy, GMC, Ram, heavy duty, super duty, whatever it is you're looking for.
We actually just did a whole episode on modifications, and one of our favorite terms is OEM plus.
Yeah.
Right? Because we like it to look factory and look, clean, but just have that extra something to it.
Yeah. Well, you want something unique. You want something that performs.
Yes.
That OEM plus is where it's at.
Yeah, and there's nothing else out on the market like this today. I mean, there really isn't.
Literally not.
You've got some of the other ones, but we talked about it before. They're almost mainstream, right? Because you can go to the dealer and they're sitting on the lot today, and you can pick one up. In fact, we got some on the used market, right? So now, tell us MSRP on this truck. What are we looking at?
$209.
Okay. So really not crazy compared to the other trucks in the market, right?
Correct.
And if you look at they've got some other Baja specific trucks.
Yep.
They're in the 150s and 160s.
Yeah.
But they're not. That specific truck is a turbo 6.
Yep.
This is a supercharged 8, right?
Yep.
More horsepower and a lot more capability.
A lot more. You can feel it at the gas pedal.
Yeah.
That's where you feel it. Obviously, the notoriety of what it is and the stance in which it sits, you're gonna turn heads one way or the other. But the touch and that V8 feel, there's nothing like V8.
And I'll tell you, Fox is renowned for suspension. Probably one of the best ones out there, right? And they do a lot of OEM suspension nowadays. We see that on a lot of trucks. It looks like what's on here is more like what you would get if you went to Fox and started doing aftermarket stuff and got into the more high end of the suspension. Am I right?
That's correct. Yeah, you start talking about there's Adventure and Pro Series shocks and all that goes on different levels of trucks, F-150s, Tundras, all those. But you look at the thickness of the shock and you go from, say, this big to this big, it's a massive difference.
Yeah, and they all have remote reservoirs and everything. I mean, it's a phenomenal setup. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know we kind of caught you a little bit off guard, but this has been awesome. And we'll definitely be talking more about this truck on the channel. Hopefully one day we get a chance to drive one. But yeah, thanks again.
Tune in for session 2.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, that's an awesome truck, but that's a hefty price tag, sir.
You're not wrong, but
wow.
John, that thing is legit. So we're talking full carbon fiber body, right?
That's cool.
The two trucks we've been talking about can't say that, right?
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber. We're talking about full carbon fiber body, real carbon fiber. We're talking about 700 horsepower. We're talking about the one thing that they have over the other two that we talk about all the time is this truck has true Baja pre-runner suspension, meaning that you can run it flat and the wheels will articulate and keep the cab of the truck flat while you're going at 90 miles an hour.
Look, I know it's all very, very cool. It is very, very nice.
Here's the problem.
Where do you think these trucks are going to end up, Adam?
Not on
the person that buys a $200,000 truck. Where do you think it's going to end up?
Not in the desert.
Not in the desert.
Out.
It's going to look nice right outside of Lennox.
It's going to look great.
It's going to look real good right outside of Lennox. But I mean, hey, look, the thing is though, you do buy it for that. And I hope to see a video in like 2 days where it's like one's just
Oh, I'd love to see it. And actually, so a lot of the, the hype videos for it show it in its natural state, right?
Right.
But let's be honest, man, I can get one of the ones I've been talking about, and you can get one of the ones you're talking about, and we still haven't paid enough money.
You're right. But this isn't, obviously this is after a clientele that it's the money, no object people. I mean, it's got to be.
It is, but here's what I would argue.
I'm cutting that check because I love Chevy and I love Fox, and this is it.
Well, yes, but I mean, here's the other thing too, right? What is the one thing that you and I like? Oh, and did you happen to notice, by the way, in the video, he kept saying that it was essentially factory plus?
Right. You're right. OEM plus.
OEM plus. That's what he was saying. He kept saying OEM plus. Yeah, and I told him, I said that's our term. We say it all the time. So he was saying that this truck is essentially OEM plus because it's backed by a manufacturer warranty. I mean, you take delivery at Chevy, right? But here's the deal. One thing that you and I love, and you look in my garage, you can see it. You look in your garage and you can see it, is we like that exclusivity, like that rareness.
Limited edition.
Yes. And so like Cameron said in the video, you're basically reaching out to Fox. Right. You're building the truck with them. You're taking delivery at Chevrolet, right? Absolutely. But you're not going to go to football practice with my son and see 4 of these trucks there. You might see 4 Raptors there.
Right.
And
4 TRXs. Absolutely.
Possibly. Yeah.
Right. But I can't wait to be the third owner of one of these. I'm excited about it, man. I'll be honest. I will be on board for. Yes, sir.
I will tell you if this thing hits a secondary market, I'm on. I'm ready.
I'm gonna watch them. And hey, we could be completely wrong, man. This thing may go to the moon. They may build 20 of them, and everybody knows, hey, there's 20 that doesn't. That's all they plan to make. Yeah, we're done. By the way, good luck getting it for 2. You might be buying it for 3.
I'll tell you right now, I could see this being a truck at Barrett Jackson.
Oh, easily. Absolutely. Hitting crazy numbers. It's going to go for that special collector. And I get it, man. I mean, hey, everybody's got their thing. And I mean, it's a cool truck, man. I mean, I'm not knocking it at all.
It's awesome.
It's a beast.
It's awesome. And when you look at the finished product, if you will, right?
Right.
If you look at the build quality of it, I would argue that it is the best from every angle, the best looking Baja truck that's out there, right?
Okay.
Because if you open up the engine of either of the brands that we talk about, they're not exciting to look at. In fact, one of them has an engine cover on it, and the only way you can see the engine is like if you peer in it from the passenger side, like look over,
Hey, don't be talking about my truck like that.
But you know what? The Fords know better, right? Because the other one is it's not even really a great motor to look at, right?
Right.
This thing has got a Whipple supercharger slapped on top of it, and it's got this giant orange proprietary brace that keeps the engine in place and keeps it from like basically twisting the frame.
Dude.
I mean, they thought of everything when they built this truck, and they partnered with some amazing guys. They've got the best aftermarket wheels. It comes factory on 37s. It's got one of the best lift kits in the industry on the truck.
That's right. Yeah.
And then they're using, and I was telling Cameron when we were there, you can see it in the video, is when you buy trucks from the manufacturer and they have Fox suspension on them, right? It is OEM Fox suspension.
Right.
The stuff that's on this truck is the stuff that when you call them and you say, hey, can I buy the most expensive suspension you have because I want to upgrade the truck? That's what's on this truck.
Right. It's the top dollar stuff. This is the stuff you probably see on a pre-runner if I had to guess. For sure.
If
I was up close looking at a pre-runner, I'll be like, hey, man, I got them on my truck.
Yeah, it is for sure. And by the way, it comes with 2 extra sets of 37s or one extra set, 2 extra tires, right?
Fair,
2 extra 37s in the bed of the truck.
I mean, that's an expensive tire, man. So
it is. and rims. Full size spares with rims.
So it's just a unbolt, put it on.
Yep.
Good day, sir.
And he points out in the video, it has an onboard air compressor. So when you go off road, you can air down the tires.
So you can air down the tires and actually
air them up,
enjoy
right? And as much as the other guys say that they can do the whole off road thing, you got to bring a spare. You got to bring an air compressor with you.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
It's a killer truck, dude.
It's a cool truck.
Yeah,
it is. But man, that's a lot of money. That is a chunk.
You're not wrong.
So
you're not wrong. It's a lot of money. So
yeah,
if anybody listening is willing to loan John and I,
couple hundred grand, just a couple $100 grand, no big deal.
For the channel, let us review it.
Hey, look, here's my thing. Maybe, just maybe, Fox will reach out after this video, and I do like you guys. We love you. And maybe we'll at least get to drive it. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. Hey, I'll take that, man. That'd be solid. Yeah. So
I will tell you it, and we talked about this the other day. I've compared the two that are out there.
Right.
You know what I like about each of them, because I wouldn't say one of them beats the other one.
Correct.
But if they were equal pricing, where I'll land, right? But my whole thing is that there's still things about each one of them that I don't love. There's nothing about that truck I don't love.
Well, we know what we need to do then, Adam.
We need to go and pick up a second and a third and a fourth job.
Hey, look, man, I'm already working all I can.
Extended terms. That's the phrase of the day.
What was it? Somebody said to me, some of that special financing. You know what I mean? That's right. You're doing really good things with special financing, right? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
There you go. Well, hey, if you made it this far in the video, hopefully you liked our very first ever car review. We will be doing more of those. We've got some other ones planned coming up here soon.
Absolutely.
And we are eventually, I promise you, we are eventually going to review John's DB11 and our friend's DB12 and see, is it worth the hype? Is it worth the money? I'd argue it might be. The new DB12 is a pretty awesome car, so we'll see. We'll see. But,
V12, man, V12. But anyways, hey, look, I love it.
V12, cool. V12 might be the way to go. But if you made it this far in the video, please like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you are subscribed and make sure to hit that bell. But come back for more content, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.
Later.